Begin.
Vale, tenemos en
Alright.
verde, está en green. 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 Sí, yes. Ok. Bueno, lo primero, enhorabuena por la peli. Es una película que a mí me ha rememorado un poco el estilo Ghibli. Supongo que te lo habrán dicho ya. ¿Hasta qué punto tienen esta influencia?
First of all, congrats for the film. I suppose you've been told that he finds that there was a lot of the Ghibli style. I suppose you've been told. What do you make of that?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed the film. I wear my inspirations and heart on my sleeve. So I love Japanese animation, and I wanted to try and capture something that is evocative of that, but also reminiscent of the earlier works of Walt Disney. Pinocchio is a film that had a huge impact on me, and I wanted to capture the aesthetic of that as well, and just try to make something that hopefully can move people the way the films I watched moved me.
Perfecto. Sí que es verdad que es una película que evoca eso, ¿no? Pero también es un poco lo que tú dices, ¿no? Las historias de antes, ¿no? Porque sí que es verdad que la animación ha tenido como una transformación de que ahora hay que gustar también a todos los públicos, tanto adultos como a niños, y tu peli puede gustar al público a tanto adulto como a niño, pero es como va más directa al grano, ¿no? De lo que quiere contar, una historia que ya no se cuentan ya, ese tipo de historias.
It's true that there is animation. There's also an animation of before. Your film, animation has evolved, etc., etc. But your film gets straight to the point. In that sense, it's like the whole animation. Was that your intention? Was that your what you set out to do?
Definitely.
See,
I wanted to, again, as I said earlier, create a film that evokes the films that I love. And I wanted to make something that could continue that sort of aesthetic in animation. And hopefully, if I did my job right, I would have achieved that.
La peli ha sido elegida para representar a los Oscars en Pakistán, ¿verdad? Pakistán en 2000, para este año. ¿Cómo te sientes? Porque sí que es verdad que las pelis de animación tienen su categoría en los Oscars, además, pero la tuya va a participar con obras de todo el mundo de ficción.
film has been nominated or is being nominated for Pakistan, etc. How do you feel? I mean, what does that make you feel? Because okay, animation has its category.
Mhm.
Your film is going to participate with all sorts. What do you make of all that? How does that make you feel?
Pakistan has never submitted an animated film to the Oscars. So, first of all, it's just a huge honor that our film was selected to represent the country in this extremely prestigious and incredible journey. Um, we're going to be in the international category and the animation category. So, I'm trying not to think about it too much. It's a very, very long road ahead, very difficult road ahead. I'm taking it day by day and learning a lot in the process. I've never done this before. This is the first time I'm doing this. So I'm taking it as a learning experience. And I'm just grateful that for my first film, we've achieved the accolades that we have achieved. And I'll just keep moving forward.
La verdad es que creo que, bueno, hablo con muchos animadores en España, que es muy difícil sacar una película de animación. En tu país, supongo que sea difícil sacar una película de animación, porque realmente, claro, es una técnica que es cara, Pixar y Disney se gastan millonadas, o sea, realmente, ¿cómo ha sido sacar este proyecto adelante en tu país?
Well, I've spoken a lot. I speak to animators here in Spain, and they tell me how difficult it is to do an animated film. So, because, for instance, said there are techniques which are very expensive, etc., etc. So, what was it like getting an animation film like this off the ground in a place like Pakistan? Tell us about that.
Making a film like this in Pakistan, I've said this many, many times, and it rings true, was an extremely difficult process. And it was a very difficult journey. Uh, the whole process took 10 years. We had to train every single person how to do this craft while also learning ourselves. And we didn't have the benefit of having any peers. There was nobody around us that had done something like this before that we could go to and ask for advice. We had to figure everything out on our own. And yeah, a lot of PTSD associated with the whole thing. And I can imagine if it's difficult in Spain and in Europe especially, it's already so hard. So you can imagine how difficult it was doing it in Pakistan. But I got to work with a remarkable team in Pakistan and a remarkable team internationally to bring this project to life. And I'm always grateful and I never take that for granted.
La verdad es que es una película que, bueno, es muy artística, la verdad que de un arte realmente bestial. Sobre todo también, o sea, a mí me encanta lo de hacer arte con vidrio. O sea, lo del vidrio es algo que a mí Tú sabes hacer ese tipo de cosas porque yo me parece imposible.
Well, two things. First of all, it's a very artistic film, which I thought in itself was extraordinary. But on top of that, you work with glass, which perhaps is even more complex. Out of curiosity, do you know how to do that with this glass work? Do you know how to do it?
I've been fascinated with glass blowing since I saw the Murano glass blowers in Italy. Uh, I was 14 years old, 15 years old. And again, I saw it not thinking I would make an animated movie. I was just fascinated with the craft. When I decided to make this film and that glass blowing would be the subject matter of the movie, I did a lot more research, studied a lot of documentaries, read a lot of books, and then we were also invited to a very prestigious glass blowing studio in London, Peter Layton's glass blowing studio, where we got to spend the entire day with them, understand the entire process. I got to film a lot of references. I didn't actually do the glass blowing, but I have enough theoretical understanding of it now um, to, if I were to pick it up, at least I would know how to go about it. I'm not saying I would be amazing at it, but I would know how to do it. And that really helped me in taking certain decisions for what the characters were doing in the film and also choosing what forms to actually depict because there are only a certain number of shots that we can put in the film, so curating exactly what part of the process to show to the audience was the fun part.
Bueno, en tu película se habla de una guerra inventada, una guerra que no existe, pero bueno, es una guerra que recuerda a otras guerras. O sea, realmente hay bueno, la verdad hasta qué punto la guerra puede afectar a los seres humanos. Es impresionante.
Well, your film talks about a war, which is invented. It doesn't really,
Hmm.
but it reminds us of so many other wars that we have seen
Yeah.
always. And what it really does is, I think I want to ask you this. It shows really how deeply war can affect everybody, anywhere, and at any level, no matter how insignificant. Is that did you want to consciously set out to show that?
I grew up around a lot of conflict in Pakistan. I'm very grateful I didn't see the devastation or experience that, but I experienced it around me. And that had a very big impact on me growing up as a child. Also, what it means to be an artist in an environment like that, where you're not really contributing much to society. At least that's what society tells you. So, with this film, I wanted to explore what that meant. I wrote this story when I was 23 years old, and it's strange how I didn't think when the film was done that it would continue being relevant, but that was also my naivety at the time. War is a part of life, uh, and its devastation and all the things that the characters in the film experience. I hope Mm, I hope people don't experience those things in life, but of course people are. And I just wanted to show my perspective on everything. Ultimately, I believe that war is not the answer to anything. It's always the people who suffer, regardless of whoever the victor is.
Totalmente de acuerdo, la verdad es que sí.
Completely agree.
Quería preguntarte qué le dirías a las personas aquí en España, a los espectadores españoles, para que vieran el artista del cristal. ¿Qué les dirías para que apostaran por su historia?
I want to ask you, how would you say, what would you tell Spanish spectators? Why should they decide to go and see the glass book? If you had to encourage them to go and see it, what would you say to
The films that I grew up watching moved me tremendously. And animated films, I feel the suspension of disbelief and just the beautiful art direction that goes into an animated movie, on top of the thematic content and the story, just makes the experience so much more worthwhile for me as a consumer of cinema. So what I would say to Spanish audiences is, I hope you will go see this film. I hope you will enjoy the themes and the story. I hope you will enjoy the animation, the way it looks, and just walk out of it with an understanding of what I went through. As in, I'm completely butchering. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted trying to formulate my answer. But I'll pick up in the middle. And no, please don't apologize. What I would say to Spanish audiences is, I hope you will enjoy watching this movie just as much as we enjoyed making it, and it was a true labor of love.
Perfecto. Y ya para terminar, hace poco ha venido Julian Moore a España, ha descubierto un supermercado que es el mejor. Que Julian Moore ha venido a España, ha descubierto el mejor supermercado del mundo. ¿Tú qué sabes de España? ¿Qué nos dirías que te gusta de nuestro país? No sé si llegarás mucho tiempo, pero bueno, sí que quería saber.
a final now light question to ask you? Recently, Julianne Moore came to Spain and she said here in Spain, she discovered the best supermarket in the world. I don't know how long you've been in
La
Spain.
corte inglés.
If you've discovered anything that you find curious, exceptional, that you've found out in Spain.
I think so. This is my fourth trip here to Madrid, and I've worked with so many remarkable people from the animation and film industry here. The thing that I just like is just the tremendous amount of talent that is here, and how professional everybody is, and how driven everyone is to make good work. I've seen that in our producer Manuel Cristobal. I worked with Jose Manuel Jimenez, who is a longtime collaborator and editor with Manuel. He edited the film. I worked with Milsey Close, who did the sound design for the film. So everyone has just blown me away, and I can't wait to experience the industry here more and meet more remarkable people. I mean, there's a animation day going on right now where so many remarkable people are in the audience. Everyone's so talented. It's just a pleasure to be amongst all of these wonderful people and sharing my work with them.
Perfecto, pues muchísimas gracias, un placer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Gracias.